Sales in the United States in the last 14 years. CNBC TV 18's Farah Vhora caught up with Ravi Pisharody of Tata Motors and began by asking him about his take on the budget.
So in terms of expectation for CV, we were not expecting any major announcement from a direct taxation standpoint. So excise duty or import duties and all, nothing much was expecting, nothing has happened. So to an extent there are probably two areas, but I'm still hopeful that one of the areas is going to happen. I think the minister has been promising us a policy on getting or replacing old dated vehicles, even as the government is tightening up norms for environment for new vehicles, BS4, BS6, the large mass of vehicles which are BS0, 1, 2 and running for 20, 25 years. And we have a lot of assurance from the government. Even today I believe there's a report which says that the draft policy is getting ready. So I personally did not expect it in the budget, but some people felt that there could have been something there. But I think it's a more complex thing, but we hope very soon. The area which could have been a little more is the outlay for electric. Last year also the expectation was belied. This year also, give an example, we are supplying 25 buses to BKC, MMRDA. Now, this is driven by the state and the government. They are getting funding. Clearly they are getting funding. So the world over, the initial entry of electric depends on subsidy from the state or the government. And with the sort of outlays which are now earmarked, I'm not seeing a big push coming yet. So there's a lot of interest. In our auto expo, we displayed electric.
And you spoke about 5 electric platforms as well.
We are working on 5 platforms despite these uncertainties.
Yes, I remember.
So I'm still hopeful that will happen, but in the budget we did expect a bigger outlay on electric.
Do you think that the government's focus has shifted from electric to hybrid in the short term, even as it sort of tries to get its hold over the whole NNEMP 2020 policy? Because this is something that we're picking up from other players as well. They feel a little betrayed because the government's initial stand was that electric is the way to go, but in the interim, hybrid vehicles have been they've been given the the lion's share of attention, and that is one of the points that has been raised. Are you does this resonate with your own personal view?
This is something which at least some of us have been telling the government. When you talk electric, you must include hybrid electric also part of the program, because pure electric will be requiring much more initial cost and a lot of charging points. In hybrid, there is regenerative charging, so you don't need to keep charging every 40-50 kilometers. Particularly for buses, I think hybrid is the way to go. Okay. Having said that, we are developing fully electric buses, but I don't think there's anything wrong with the government move to club electric and hybrid electric in sort of one coverage platform.
Well, that's our correspondent speaking.